What if a video game could truly immerse you in the raw, terrifying experience of psychosis, making you question what's real? Get ready, because Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 does exactly that. Ninja Theory's dark, intense action-adventure first graced Xbox Series X and S, alongside Windows and Steam, back in May of 2024. Now, about a year later, this captivating saga sheds its exclusivity and arrives on PlayStation 5 as an enhanced edition. What does enhanced really mean for PS5 players? And does Hellblade 2 still deliver that breathtaking feast for your eyes and ears? Well, we think you'll find it more than worth your attention, despite some minor quibbles. Many of you probably wonder if you need to play the original, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, which came out in 2018 and perhaps flew under some radars. Hellblade 2 starts with a detailed recap, unfolding the story like a grim fairy tale. That's enough to grasp the narrative threads, but it honestly won't build that deep, emotional connection to Senua and her arduous journey. It's a compromise, for sure, but nothing more. You see, Ninja Theory's Hellblade games are unique. They are heavy, challenging experiences that bravely tackle and portray psychosis and deep-seated fears. To truly feel this game, you absolutely must play it with headphones. Only then do you truly hear what's happening inside Senua's mind, how the Furies, and even her father, relentlessly pursue her. Sometimes encouraging, sometimes full of doubt, these inner voices aren't just part of her mental state. They're a central storytelling device. While the overall tone is slightly more hopeful than the first game, the atmosphere remains dark, brooding, and profoundly threatening. Your harrowing journey unfolds in the mythical Iceland of the 10th century. The story picks up right after the events of the first game, placing Senua firmly at its heart. Initially, she seeks revenge, determined to dispatch slave traders. To achieve this, she actually surrenders herself to them, ultimately finding her moment of grim satisfaction after a dramatic shipwreck and an incredible opening sequence. We won't spoil what happens next, but Senua quickly discovers that far greater evils exist in this world than just Vikings and slave traders. But here's something crucial to note. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 wraps up in about 8 to 10 hours, making it even a touch shorter than its predecessor. Replayability exists with 4 difficulty settings and an optional darkness-wrought hardcore mode that unlocks after you finish the campaign. But a story-driven game truly makes its impact during that first, unforgettable playthrough. Hellblade 2 represents an adventure that consistently puts storytelling first, just like its predecessor. Ninja Theory pushes the technical capabilities of Unreal Engine 5 to their absolute limits, crafting incredibly impressive scenes, striking characters, and truly memorable moments. Senua herself anchors the entire experience. Other characters remain comparatively less developed, but the game uses extreme close-ups of her face to intensely showcase her thoughts and emotions. We've rarely seen real actors so meticulously and nuancedly integrated into a video game. Every tiny expression, a hint of a smile, a twitch of the lips, is palpable, and above all, visible, making Senua incredibly real. And let's not forget the game world itself. 10th century Iceland is equally beautiful and terrifying. Ninja Theory masterfully blends rugged coastlines and enchanting landscapes with surreal moments where you're never quite sure if the events are playing out solely inside Senua's head, or if you've truly drifted into a dark, ancient mythology. Fantastic and horrifying elements permeate the game, creating an unsettlingly captivating mood. The battles, on the other hand, are uncompromisingly brutal, bloody, and sharply cut. Every confrontation feels like a fight to the death, perfectly suiting the harsh world of the North. For the PlayStation 5, the Enhanced Edition offers various customization options, including a performance mode for a smoother gameplay experience and expanded photo options, so you can capture those haunting visuals. If you reduce Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 to its raw gameplay, you get a solid but fairly simple foundation. At its core, it features combat, boss duels, and puzzles. Compared to the first game, the confrontations feel more straightforward and at times, even more highly choreographed. You have access to light and heavy attacks, as well as dodge and block maneuvers. If you parry at just the right moment, you open a brief window for an effective counterattack. As you progress, you also activate a focus mode, which you charge with successful hits. With a button press, you can then shift the game into slow motion, allowing you to methodically assault your opponents. While the combat feels forceful and brutal, it certainly isn't complex. The occasional repeating animations can disrupt the otherwise cinematic presentation, which feels like a minor stumble. The puzzle sections, though, offer a welcome change of pace. You remove mystical gates, for example, by reconstructing and layering symbols found on hidden objects in the environment. Later on, you use Senua's focus sight to activate floating orbs or use stone balls and fire pits to trigger certain mechanisms. Essentially, these sections primarily challenge you to unlock new paths, like bridges or passages. The puzzles in Hellblade 2 are generally straightforward. Only one truly stumped us. Otherwise, they mostly create a pleasant rhythm in the gameplay flow and integrate atmospherically well into the overall experience. Compared to the first game, the gameplay feels significantly more polished. Frustration rarely sets in, largely thanks to excellent tutorials and explanations embedded directly into the game world. One small criticism remains. The mission structure occasionally feels a bit too formulaic, with certain patterns noticeably repeating. So, are you ready to step into Senua's world and face the voices within, brave listener? It's not just a game. It's an experience that stays with you long after the credits roll. If you dare, pick it up and then tell us, did it get under your skin? Find us on social media and share your thoughts.